In a previous video, I lined up all the GPS bike head units that I had up here on the windowsill and ran them through a simulated battery duration test. So what I did, I had them synced up to GPS. I had 4 simulated Ant Plus devices running. I hit go and I sat back and waited for them to all die. Now in that test, it was mainly new units. So the Bolt, the Element, the 820, and the PowerTap Dual unit that I had as well. In the mix, I had my old school Garmin 800. Now, it really wasn't a fair test on the 800. This is 3-4 years old now, I think, and it's been through many cycles, both out on the road and power cycles. So the battery on this lasted 5 hours and 34 minutes. Not really up to scratch for this kind of unit. Out of the factory, these should be lasting around 15 hours of use, so 5.5 hours, not that good at all. Given there's no major changes recently in how Ant Plus data is collected, this still has a use for me, but 5.5 hours isn't enough. So onto Google and I found out you can get third-party replacement batteries. Now we're way past warranty with this from purchase, so a year or 24 months or something like that, I'm not quite sure. So this is as good as dead when it comes to Garmin. Firmware updates haven't been out for many years now, I wouldn't think. So I thought, well, let's give it a shot. So I've ordered one of these batteries, I've got it, and let's go through the process of installing it. Okay, the toolkit I have here is, I think it's a telecommunications toolkit. I'm not quite sure what they call it that. It's a specialty Torx kit anyway. Some of the battery packs you actually get come with the required tools. The only thing we really need here is the Torx VT5, which is written on the back of that, which is probably 5 being probably 0.5 millimeter. Some of the kits come with the tools anyway, so you won't need to worry too much about that. 6 screws on the back, come straight out. Like so. The screen itself pops off really easily, and the ribbon cable there, just lifting that up with a bit of plastic, let's just press on, so it presses off quite simply as well. There we go, that's off there. Now you just have to be careful not to put your fingerprints all over the inners of any of those, or you'll have to clean it, so keeping that in a nice clean state. Now 2 more screws here, same size, so same screwdriver required. Now, getting this board out is a little tricky, so I've used a pin here just to pry it open from the top and pop, out it comes. Easy as that. There's the battery sitting in the bottom of the unit there. Now, it's stuck down with a bit of sticky glue, so just prying that off with a knife just slowly. Slowly again, and out it comes. And again, same with the press off power plug there. Okay, new battery out. Very much the same batteries. One's 1,000 milliamp hours, the other one is 1,100 milliamp hours. So the new one has a little bit less capacity, but a lot more capacity than an old battery. So I'm taking a bit of the stick off the new battery, just so it secures into the bottom of the unit. Pressing the power back on. Very simple to do. It's quite self-explanatory, I guess. If you've played with Lego as a kid, you can do this, no problems at all. Circuit board back in place. Carefully not to touch everything. And like somebody waking up halfway through surgery, it comes alive. Not ideal here, so I shut it back down before I put the face back on. And ribbon cable carefully pressed back into play. As you can see, straight on, face back on, and the 6 screws back to where they belong. And if you've done it correctly, you don't have any screws left over. Excellent, job done. No more screws. Okay, power on just to see if everything is okay. Okay, we're inside, so it's not going to pick up satellites too easily, but just the screen there, a few screen touches just to make sure everything is working okay. That's me just not hitting the screen hard enough, so no issues there. Couple more button presses. Super responsive. Yeah, happy days. So new battery installed. The 2 things that I did were I charged it fully and then sat it outside, hit go, forgot about it, came back the next day and fully charged it again. So I ran it through one full power cycle, and I also did a full factory reset. I've used this device for years and years. It's probably got a bit of configuration on there from legacy firmwares and things. So full device reset with this. So I backed all the data up. Factory reset is both buttons on the front, power it on, wait for the display to come up, lift those two buttons, and it will say, you know, what language you want to choose. It doesn't know even where it is. So full factory reset, and then I did the exact same test as what I did with those other 5 units up here on the windowsill. So it was the 4 sensors, so heart rate, speed, power, cadence, and I synced it with GPS as well. The window up here is good enough to get GPS signal, so I sat it there and let it do its thing, and it's gone flat. I've charged it again. Let's plug it in and see how long it actually lasted. Again, this is the old 800 unit, so it's cable. There's no Bluetooth upload. There's the sound. So even with the magic of video editing, not everything goes to plan. I've just plugged this unit in and there's no activity file there, so the fit file was not recorded. I did, however, though, get a screenshot of this with my mobile phone 3 minutes before it actually shut off. So I know how long it actually took. Okay, the process I've just gone through there, just quickly, I've plugged this in, I've gone to an undelete utility, I found the fit file on there, it has a date and time stamp, I've recovered that file, which is a 1.6 meg fit file, but it's corrupt. It has no good information in there. I've tried to upload it to DC RAM Maker's analysis site. It failed. I tried to upload to a number of fit file repair sites. They fail, or they come back with an empty fit file. I then tried, last resort, upload to Strava, and it comes up with file is empty. Click here for more information. So it actually corrupted the file. Look, running these units through to complete device shutdown isn't a good thing anyway, because it doesn't know when to do the last write or to close the file, or if it could be an open file handle or something like that. It's just not pretty when these things just shut off when it's recording data. But I did have the timestamp on the file because I've recovered that, and I did have the video 3 minutes prior to it shutting off. So what were the results? Let's have a look. So 17 hours and 19 minutes into turning the device on and hitting go, it was still recording data. You saw the video just here, there's the timestamp. And the timestamp on the file itself, when this unit shut off and corrupted that file. So again, ignore the corruption. It was still recording data. It was just that end part that completely stuffed it up. But there was an extra 3 minutes. So 17 hours, 22 minutes. So the third-party battery I've picked up off eBay has taken my Garmin Edge 800 from 5.5 hours battery life, near on end of life I would say. That's really not a lot at all. Back up to 17 hours. So pretty much brand new battery life. Super, super handy, and for about $25 Australian, I think they're about 30 bucks US as well, give or take. I'll link below to an Amazon store that will be able to sell you these. I couldn't buy direct from the company that I wanted to because they couldn't import into Australia, hence why I jumped on eBay and got a cheap one. For things like third-party batteries, you're going to avoid your warranty on devices as well. So given this was almost end of life for me, many years past the warranty date, I was happy with that. I'd also recommend going the highest quality batteries you can find. You may be even paying a premium for that, but your house won't burn down once you leave them on charge overnight. So I'm really happy with that outcome. The corrupted file, again, that was my fault, leaving this run all the way through to flat and the system not knowing what to do right at the end of days there. So for anything less than 17 hours, I'm sure it'll be saving files just fine. It's going to be sitting there collecting data from the pain cave for the next year or so yet, at least. So we'll leave it there for today. Super happy that I've got probably 3 times the amount of battery life in this now. That's really cool. From a cheap third-party battery, well, cheapish third-party battery. Again, this will void your warranty, so be careful. If you're not happy with doing this yourself, get someone else to do it. So there we have it. Bit of open heart surgery with a new battery in my Garmin Edge 800. I was well outside warranty anyway, so this does void warranty, but not a problem. We've gone from 5.5 hours to 17 hours. Super happy with that. Quite easy to do. Again, I'll put links below where you can buy your batteries yourself. Garmin Edge 800, 810, the same process as you've seen here. I believe there's also replacement batteries for the old 500s and 510s, maybe the 520s as well. Haven't done it personally, but Google away. I'm sure you'll find something if that's what you're after. Alrighty, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.